Yeah, that's a good combo. All right, where haven't we really looked at? Over here's kind of blank. I'm guessing that's where the last excogitate. Oh my God, why can't I say that? Excogitations chapel. Wow. I doubt I'm gonna get this thing max. It's only level 15. I feel like I'm approaching endgame. I think it levels up based on how much damage you do. Yeah, that's the way I went the other time.
To battle!
Does so little damage. Ow. Is other stuff booby trapped? Ooh. Tristan's thingy went off. Nope, someone was doing some shit in here. Can I shoot it? Damn it. I love how that's hacking, when that is definitely not hacking. Shit, what did I just steal? No, it's definitely Sub Rosa something. Key card and headquarters stash room key. That's definitely what it was. See, they have Purple Berry Crunch, but where are they getting milk? That's the real question.
Feel free to use the workbench. Just don't break it. Feel free to use the workbench. Just don't break it.
How do you break a workbench?
So, you folk just drop into a war zone, find an empty building, and set up shop? Isn't that dangerous?
Yeah, pretty much. And yes, very. But the profits are worth it.
You aren't afraid of getting, I don't know, robbed? Or killed? Or probably both?
Tell me, is the reason you're here because we have decent food? If you kill or rob us, you'll be stuck with rations forever. Don't shoot the hand that feeds you.
Hey, we could use more go-getters like you.
If you're looking to buy, head inside. Just don't cause any trouble.
Come in. Let me know if anything catches your eye.
Talk with the guy behind the counter if you need something. I'm just here to help.
Let me know if you're looking for anything in particular.
God, this guy looks cool as hell.
Making a profit? What else? War is very lucrative. Especially when you can sell to both sides.
Boa skin. Oh, that looks so cool.
Let me know if you're looking for it.
think there's an achievement to kill the end boss while wearing just clothes, and I don't think this counts as clothes. Or clothes, so I don't want to be wearing it just yet. Do I have any cool looking hats that would... Ooh. I would go with that. I don't even care about functionality anymore. I take way too little damage. Perfect. That eye patch looks sick, I'm not gonna lie. I'll just keep the same hat, I think. Yeah. Must have found something cooler. Wonder if they'll let me just walk in the back there. Can I get over here? Is there a way in from the roof? No, but there is something in there that Tristan likes. Okay, let's see if it'll let me in without pissing everyone off. Okay, the fact that it let me in without pissing anyone off is a little weird. Oh. Oh, is that supposed to open the door? Probably. Oh, that one counted as stealing. That's the first hospital card that I had that was stealing. Now, how the hell do I get up there? There's gotta be a way, right? Oh, the friggin' minefield. I forgot about you. Yep.
None shall stand against us.
See, there's definitely something up there. Because you can... Gotta be way up there, yeah? They wouldn't have buildings on here that you couldn't get to, right? Damn it! I am not seeing a way up there. Yeah, I just ran around this whole thing. There's no way up there. Ugh. I kind of really hate the map for this game. Like, why... It shows me a bunch of areas that could potentially have stuff, but I don't know if they're accessible unless I physically go over there. I just feel like it wastes my time. You know, me trying to get to an area that it isn't even accessible. No, that dude's dead.
Taking punitive action.
Oh, that one's hidden good. Normally they're hidden pretty shittily. That's a word, right? Shittily. Yeah, I already went down here. There's a protectorate's in there. Yeah. Did that sprat set off a mine?
I shall reduce them to a slurry.
Yep, the sprat did set off a mine. That's cool that they can do that. It sucks for them. Sorry, little guy. That is right there. I'm trying to get out of here. Is there anything cool in there? Nope, I hit the wrong button. Now I have poisoning. I should go to a doctor. Anyone know anyone know any doctors? Actually, hasn't been any doctors around here, has there? Ball. Nope, not going in there. Definitely gonna die if I do that. Just making sure I didn't miss anything over here. Okay. Alright, let's head over yonder and clear out these camps. And definitely ignore the fact that I have uranium poisoning. It's a big rift. I already went across this bridge, didn't I? Jesus. did I loot that?
Hey, Ralph, can I pick your brain?
You are neither alienist nor cerebral surgeon. Not that I would allow either into my brain pan if they belong to Auntie's choice.
Let me rephrase. I'd like your opinion on something important like naming the cysty pig.
The beast still lacks a name? Then we must dishonor him no longer. I hereby dub him Isander Valentinov, Prince of Princes. May his name echo through the aether.
Oh, that's beautiful.
They're such a cute couple.
I shall not stay your execution. Prosecuting viscerally.
I hate those goddamn lines. Okay, that's clearly the way towards Newton. But we're gonna go this way.
Mediate! At your word, I shall charge! I shall reduce them to a slurry! Harder to kill us. Do not do the little proud.
I love how he's like, yeah, they're not true protectorate, they sucked at killing me. The mental gymnastics that Tristan does. Not stealing if it's from the enemy.
And not even hesitate. Will this be the case at the next camp as well? None shall stand against us!
done.
Nothing good. Nothing good in here. Nope. The Moon Man, when I loaded in, commented on how I pick up everything that's not nailed down, and, well, he's not wrong. I might use it, you don't know. I could need 10,000 plasma grenades. Goddamn walking armory. There's no weight limit, why should I care? Ooh, wait.
Yeah.
How'd he die then? He died hugging a...
I shall not stay your execution. To battle!
to battle. Oh. I wonder if shooting the mines counts for like XP. It can't hurt, right? That's a lot of dead. Oh, this is fucked up, guys. Almost as fucked up as me looting them. What's over? For all the sprats. My cat keeps clawing the back of my chair. His name is Popcorn. We think it's a pretty good name. Oh, wait, what did that go to? I'm gonna loop around. Okay, so that's nothing.
Gotta say, Ralph, your old rigidity didn't suit you. The choice you made back there, it was a pleasant surprise.
Though I feel it necessary to remind you that my choices have always been properly level-headed, it does appear that, in order to truly pursue justice, one must be flexible. I suspect that, had I never joined this traveling group, I would not have ever arrived at such a conclusion. But I have seen much beside you and the commander.
Hold on. Is this you admitting that I'm a good influence?
You are an influence. Any admission more than that, you must pry from my dead hands.
Hmm. 1 second. So, where do I hand that in? Here? Let me finish walking around first, though. Is this... Crazy that they would just leave their bodies there. I still don't get how you get Sub Rosa rep. Like, oh, I guess I'm pretty up there. I have like nothing with the Order of Ascent, and I feel like I've done every
news
quest.
from the field? Any further progress? Well, excellent. Good show. I'll rest a bit easier tonight. Not as blissfully oblivious to our struggles as others here, mind you, but better. Anyhow, here's your reward. Pleasure doing business with you.
Don't suppose you guys got an auto dock. Someone to...
Here I have you to thank for my transfer going through from... Anyhow, I'm grateful. Not enough. What do you need? This'll only hurt. All better. If you get...
Oh, sweet. I could honestly see myself playing on a higher difficulty, but I think changing it so I have like no clothes and I'm using a shit gun makes it comparable. Oh my god. Ah! God, those fuckers are fast. Meant to pillars are anyway.
Yeah.
Taking punitive action.
Barred shut, you say? someone die? You couldn't get in there? I'm missing over half of the tossball cards, and I don't know how. I've been everywhere. Well, not over half, but I'm definitely missing about half of the tossball cards.
All that stands between us and that rift is the modulator we acquired on Praetor. I sincerely hope it does not fail us now.
Loath as I am to mention this, it may be wise to turn back. Return when Azza's with us. Her repute could give us an advantage, should we wish to speak to the cultists.
That's not a bad idea.
If combat is our aim, I shall freely let cultist blood. But I see little point in engaging with the deranged.
Yeah, they're not wrong. If the game's telling me to do it, I feel like I should a little bit. Alright, Azza. Not sure you and Tristan would vibe well. Well, here we are. Oh, she gets an eye patch? Why does she need that eye patch? What happened to her eye? I love her tats, though.
Still too many corporate bootlickers.
is a holy site, traitor. Those shunned by the Dawn are not welcome. Did you not hear me? You must leave unless you wish to be ushered into perfection before the rest of this architect-forsaken colony. But please, give me an excuse to kill the betrayer of our exalted leader.
Betrayer? I am the savior of the glorious dawn. I will speak with your local hierarch at once.
I don't... that is... I can't... Hierarch! Hierarch Wolcott! You're needed over here! So, the power to manipulate rifts. That seems, let me just say I apologize if I've offended you in any way.
Wolcott? Wolcott's your hierarch? Shit.
Well, look here. I never expected to see you again, Azahelia. Here to spread more deceptions like your broadcast.
Of course. It's so simple even you can understand, Wolcott. She was setting us all up to be political pawns. Our deaths were to be proof of the Consul's superiority as a leader. But the only thing your imminent and excruciating death will serve as is proof of your incompetence.
Do the deceptions never end with you and your ilk? I'm no fool. What you claim is an impossibility. How would such a thing even work? What? What?
To battle!
In my defense, I wanted the extra. That dude just straight up teleported. He's out here chucking grenades. There you are. A lot of you.
I am loath to admit I
feel like I'm just taking them.
You have
What the fuck is happening to the glorious dawn?
All right, well, let's start from the beginning so that I actually. Ooh, vending machine.
I found what I was looking for. No need to continue messing with the Dawn's communication devices. Commander? What do you need, Commander? Such as? Besides his general idiocy? He blamed his lack of ascension in our ranks on imagined machinations on my part instead of the real cause, his thoroughly sycophantic ineptitude.
Small slab of meat. Do I know what kind? That's the important part. Am I eating people? I won't put anything past these dung guys. People argue over the stupidest stuff. So much loot. How has there been no tossball card? Wasn't there a guy on the roof? Was there like a sneakier way in? Yeah, I guess so. Hey, a high security lockbox. I haven't seen one of those in like 20 hours. It's a bit late game for it, but we'll take a look at it. There's nothing in here. Did I already loot that room? No. Maybe? The crap? How do I get that open then? Are they gonna blow it up? Yep. Damn it! Can I just throw a bomb at it and hope for the best? Probably not, yeah. Well, it was worth a shot. They put way too much stuff in this game for me to pick up. I definitely haven't been down there, have I? I'll have to exit that way. Assuming I can. Just in case. Oh God, no! Ah! Yeah, I fell a lethal distance. Oh, so I'm probably not going to be able to check out over here first. Well, I'm probably not missing anything relevant. It's okay to say no. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't want to do this yet. Hang on. Yeah, I'm definitely not going in there. Not yet, anyway. Okay, first let's go check out what's in that lockbox. Oh hey, how do you know about that? I haven't done anything. Merciless Master? Also, okay, if I die, my companions die instead. I mean, that's fucked up. Oh yeah, that's right, I don't... Well, what does it look like? Nah. I only went up one.
I always find I work best when undistracted. One could say I find the cultist at Newton quite the interruption to my focus. Now, how might we be of use to one another? I shall allow myself a moment of relief. Moment passed. I'd hoped killing the cultists was its own reward. But you may also take this. You've proven yourself well, but we have recently experienced a pivotally important, unforeseen development. One I must meet directly. Can I count on you? One of the satellites comprising the Hyperion web was struck by a wayward craft and crashed on Paradise Island. I need someone to recover an informational component from it. The web is an order-crafted network of information collection satellites. Our would-be Protectorate overlords squandered them as glorified surveillance devices. We actually implanted a back door in the web to bring it back under our control, should a circumstance like this arise. But we did not foresee certain Protectorate modifications. But let's not speak of that. Find a way past the Protectorate at the crash site, collect the data, and return it here. Violence is likely, but perhaps you'll find an alternative. Collect the data from the crashed site and return it here. May the odds prevail against your bloody demise. I look forward to the now. How might I scarcely take time to engage in idle conversation, but who told you about that? Were there an experiment being conducted here involving any kind of medicament? Confirming its existence would compromise it. The theoretical existence or non-existence of Order experiments are strictly within the Order's purview. It doesn't concern you. It's not nefarious. It's a waste of time. But fine, you've made your point. We are standing in the experiment. Laplace's garden was built as a scholar's utopia, with this drug perspective as its regulating reagent. This was supposedly to aid us in deciphering the equation. One would think that an organization at active war would have more pressing responsibilities than a scholar's paradise. But surely, I'm only a pessimist. I have nothing but respect for Ruth. Without her guidance, the Order may never have found the strength to dissolve its Protectorate bonds. If I had to dig for the smallest critique, I'd note that she shoulders too much. If she collapses beneath the strain, the Order will be rudderless. This we cannot afford. I generally prefer to keep discussions relevant.
To Paradise Isle. 2 bits for the newspaper. Highway robbery. Space robbery? What's the equivalent? I remember this minefield. I shot every single mine. And I regret nothing. How's there still Protectorate people even here? Not quite sure how it exploded them, but... Still feel bad about gooping that guard.
I look forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion web. Now, how might we be of use to one another? Yes! Excellent! Take that, reductionists! Your horrid little surveillance devices shall finally be used for what their purpose should have been! Don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. Here's something to keep you quiet. Yes, you've earned not only my trust, but the Order's as well. I've informed the presiding bishop you're coming to speak with her. She can be found in the room off the main stairwell. I'm sure I don't need to say this. But if you even think about bringing harm to Ruth, I shall know. Be on your very, very best behavior.
Don't murder her, got it.
Good to see you again. I had hoped we could speak earlier, but no matter. A little time since the unfortunate end of the peace talks, Gertie and I have kept in communication. When you go in to speak with the presiding bishop, please raise the issue with her. I assure you this is the correct thing to do. For yourself, farewell. I would say good luck, but I put no stock in chance, only probability.
The Order has always proclaimed patience as a virtue, but I am pleased my waiting is finally at its endpoint. For so long, you have only existed as numerical values on a chart. A bright star in a constellation of possibilities, as it were. Now with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause. As I told you in my message, a splinter group was responsible for recruiting your fellow agent and tasking her to perpetrate that heresy. The conviction of those radicals was such that they elected to perish from exposure to Cloister's wilderness to avoid fouling their predictions and my interference. Their interpretation of the data was at odds with mine. I forbade them taking action, to no avail, obviously. I disavowed their actions then, as I do now. Faith is trust without evidence. You deserve far more than that. Now then, I gather you already know who I am, but science has shown that good manners strengthen developing relationships by 5.3%. So, allow me to introduce myself. I am Ruth Bassar, third presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant, supreme calculator, and, plan willing, the architect of Arcadia's prosperous future. My sensory deprivation chamber. I spend the majority of my days closed inside the silence, dulling myself against the tedious excesses of the body and mind. It's a rather personal apparatus, customized to my biological measurements. Would you ask to try on a stranger's undersuit? Perhaps you would. Your recent exploits at Greater Tranquility Station have certainly made for compelling reading material. Confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the delegates' lives before the rift inexplicably destroyed the station? Such a commendable effort is worthy of acknowledgement. Yes, by all reports it was. But the plan evidently has greater outcomes prepared for Vicar Levin. He is, at that. I consider him a close personal friend, and I cannot say that about many. However, there's something of even greater import we must discuss. I just received the most curious transmission from Auntie Cleo. She wishes to discuss a partnership of sorts, and I heard you were the source of this plot. I must admit I have significant doubts about colluding with an entity like Auntie's Choice. Why should the Order agree to even entertain the possibility?
Simply put, we got the troops, the firepower, and the know-how to beat the Protectorate. Respectfully, I think we both know that your forces can't do that on their own.
Military support loses its usefulness quickly in times of peace. It is that which gives me pause, among other concerns. Wise enough to recognize the perils, too. But the right course often involves remaining open to new possibilities. Auntie Cleo has already proposed a secure conference room on board the Undisputed Claim for our use. I will await your arrival there to mediate.
Oh, I don't see this going well, but we'll try.
Be the statistical exception to the natural state of entropy in the universe.
Why is this sealed? Is there anything cool in the room? The fact that I even have this option, I find hilarious. Oh. Sounds cool. I also don't think I've used that. But rookie's reward. Keep going.
Let's pinpoint what you and I...
Loading screens, loading screens. Bunch of loading screens. You cannot fast travel now. Blah 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 blah.
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for...
Remember what we discussed and act equitably.
You have business here, don't let me keep you. Good luck, my ameliorator. Remember, you can't spell heinous ascetic without Auntie's choice.
Look who it is, the instigator of this little affair. Her mathematicalness should be along soon, unless the leader of the Order's too busy crunching numbers to attend to business.
There we are. Apologies for the delay. We were resolving some technical issues. Cloister's atmosphere has a tendency to...
Oh, yes. Regale us with a thorough account of Cloister's atmosphere. Oh, spare no detail.
This must be Auntie Cleo's trademark wit. I expected better.
Well, she's certainly got dolled up for that.
Why, I don't know what you're referring to, I'm sure. Compared to how I treat my staff, I'm being a peach.
If I was discourteous, I apologize. So long as our mediator proves up to the task, surely we can remain civil. If not, these negotiations may prove short indeed.
From where I'm positioned, I sense 3 sore points still in need of massage. Point 1, control of the archive. Point 2, oversight of production and distribution of skip cores. And point 3, management of Rift technology.
Before we go any further, I want it in writing that the Order will take full control of the archive without interference from Auntie's choice.
What? So the Order can set it fruitlessly idling for another few centuries? We would put it to far more practical use. Imagine the marketing strategies it could develop.
I would sever my own hand before giving custody of the archive over to a corporation. Humanity's ascension depends on its calculations. No, such a condition is out of the question.
I am amenable to that proposition. Less work on our part.
I'm waiting to hear an argument that would support such a ludicrous proposal. That is a compelling vision of the future. One I could perhaps support. Involving money in science seems questionable. But having access to Auntie's resources would be useful for our research. Fine. Yes, I agree. Reluctantly.
Ruth, I commend you for being so receptive. And I assure you that Auntie's choice values science. Nothing bad has ever happened when science and commerce are combined.
On the subject of science, it would be most prudent for us to discuss who will be overseeing the management of skip drives, specifically the production of skip cores.
No one understands production like we do. Besides which, we have far more experience using skip drives. It was how we came to Arcadia, after all.
Where Auntie's choice manages, the Order would undoubtedly excel. Do not exclude us from consideration merely for lack of experience.
So you ramp up production? And then what? Hand skip drives out for free to whoever wants one? Preposterous! And a waste of a perfectly good monopoly.
We would be diligent about who we licensed out the skip drives to, and a monopoly over space travel is precisely what I wish to avoid. This technology should benefit all humanity. That assumes Auntie's Choice would even abide by such a list of restrictions, and which would almost be impossible for the Order to enforce.
Not to worry. We can build a regulatory commission to oversee production and make sure everything is up to Auntie's Choice and Order standards. Oh, partiality concerns are a thing of the past. Obviously, regulators would be incentivized to care most about the safety of the consumer. You know, right after production costs.
As would the likelihood that we will eventually improve upon it. We shall allow Auntie's control of the current design. There is still the question of who takes possession of the Protectorate's rift technology once the war is finished. Although the science is still largely theoretical, this technology could be used to not only close rifts, but create new ones. A dangerous power indeed, left in the wrong hands.
The Order would fritter away valuable time endlessly hand-wringing what to do with the technology. Auntie's Choice would actually use it. For good, of course. In a gainful manner. A 50-50 split? But that's so equal. Goodwill rarely converts well into bits. But I suppose I do take your point. If Ruth's open to it, I believe I can agree on the general terms here. And, well, we can haggle over minor quibbling details like percentages later.
I shall look forward to brokering the math with you, Cleo. There is one final matter I wish to discuss. I require some chemicals that I have been told are manufactured at a plant on Praetor, controlled by Auntie's Choice.
I know which plant you're referring to, Ruth, and what comes out of it is hardly safe for general use. Out of professional curiosity, what could you possibly need with such dangerous compounds? Running a little experiment, are we? On what? Or whom?
That is, quite frankly, none of your concern.
Precisely. Partners don't withhold secrets, although they can and probably should withhold extremely dangerous chemicals if not properly notified of what they will be used for.
I will make no progress with my request without further explanation, will I? While the Archive is an infinitely complex machine, an equally complex apparatus has been designed which allows one to interact with it directly. Brain-to-logic assembly, as it were. Unfortunately, this headgear exacts a rather tremendous cost on the wearer. A certain panacea is needed to survive it, but I require these chemicals to finish it. Certainly, but nothing I'm not prepared to suffer.
And I thought we were the ones who threw caution to the wind. Well, Ruth, if worst comes to worst, I'd be happy to serve as a substitute teacher for the Order.
A generous offer, but I fear you lack a certain number of qualifications. Conscience, for example.
Yeah. Wait, personality change.
You sound just like Laureate Beckett. I'm weary of having this debate, especially as I can never seem to win it. Very well. Never mind about the chemicals. Now is not the time for risky experimentation at any rate.
Oh, bother. Here I wanted to see Ruth lobotomize herself. Oh, well. Best I'll say is today's outcome is workable. Barely. Our gains were not as exclusive as I had hoped they'd be.
Arriving at any arrangement even remotely equitable was statistically improbable. Be glad our mediator managed to find a middle path forward. As am I. You certainly have a way of curving probability into your favor.
Well, that'll be all for today. Don't forget to purchase the latest in Auntie's Choice products out on the value-added Esplanade, or enjoy a refreshing cocktail at the Best Choice. And do come see me personally when you have time. I have just the thing in mind for an accomplished freelancer such as yourself.
One moment. There are still the logistics of recapturing the archive to consider.
We'll, of course, provide our expert troops to support these efforts. Have your people call my people to sort details. Toodaloo!
Brusque as ever. Auntie's troopers will certainly help us manage the Protectorate forces easier, especially if supported by your help. But it would be irrational to expect you to endanger your own life without a more specific strategy in place. Fortunately, I have already given this some thought. First, we must reclaim Spireton from the enemy. Spireton once served as the Order's headquarters, due to its proximity to the Archive. Its loss was an affront, and remains so. Unlocking and calling that lift can only be done from within the Archive, however. So you will need to infiltrate the Archive by alternate means, via a bridge connected to Newton. Fortunately, I am told you already dealt with the cultists there. Unfortunately, you will still need to find a way past a small rift currently blocking the bridge. Ordinarily, I do not fancy surprises, but you are proving an exception to that rule. With such a device in hand, bypassing the rift should be as rudimentary as pie. And perhaps at some later date, you will also permit our scientists to analyze this gadget at length in one of our labs, provided all goes according to plan. There is a computronical key that you will also need to locate within the archive called the Calcaduceus. The Calcaduceus grants special access to the archive. Once it is back in Order hands, we will have full control over its systems once more. Until the Order has control over the archive again, this discussion is all but moot. You know what must be done. May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan.
The corporate stooges and the Order were good for only one thing, laying waste to one another. Now they are allies?
Is it really stealing? There's no one else here.
Artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals. An artificial life is a life that's sweeter. Sweeter with Auntie's Choice. Item. Business is good. We have positive inflow. Portfolio is diversified. But we can always do better. I'll give it to you straight in my quarterly underperformance review. First up, excessive corporate malfeasance. The only division that earns us less when they want more. Ease off the throttle, gang. Won't be any malfeasance if you don't look for it. Next is assertive arbitration. Quite the bit pit. Down 14% in member.
We've successfully co-opted yet another of our rivals. Can't believe those eggheads accepted the deal. What's next on my agenda?
That outside contractor is here. You requested a brief tete-a-tete.
Ah, there you are. Our fresh-faced new go-getter. We meet in the flesh at last. You've proved quite useful. Keep it up. You'll be going places. You don't seem much put off by my appearance. Good. I have no stomach for those with no stomach regarding me having no stomach. It is, however, something of a brand secret reserved for only the most trusted confidants. And covered in detail buried within the confidentiality clause you agreed to on arrival. I trust this presents no concerns for you, yes?
Well,
Ain't meaning no disrespect, it's just everyone was saying that you were focused on a product launch or avoiding assassination attempts. That's why you weren't seen in public.
Poor dear, believing that erroneous drivel. You do know I have a reputation to maintain. I can't let every rung leech know my condition and open the door for plotting. I ask again, do you have any problems with the previously mentioned stipulations? Fortunately, when you're the head of an advanced medical technology corporation, you become first in line for any experimental life-preserving procedures. As far as what happened, I was the victim of an unfortunate industrial accident shortly after we arrived here, the details of which are less salient than the details of what comes next.
Not exactly. Well, exactly. But not in the way you think. We have a mission for you that is vital to Auntie's Choice's survival.
We've uncovered an opportunity to procure me a new, audaciously improved replacement body. There was a past proposal to utilize graphs, but, once I saw what happened to those misfortunates in the experiment, like your hanger-on here, the idea was promptly abandoned.
Wait, are you saying that the grafting program was only started up to help you with your condition? And was shuttered because it couldn't?
Yes, keep up, dear. You think we would have invested money in such a risky procedure for gains on the battlefield? Well, that's what bombs are for.
That means your scientists lied to us, and our suffering didn't mean anything at all. Is that right? Me and mine were just lab sprats to you this whole time?
This is what you signed up for. Tell me, did you also believe that we came here to solely liberate Arcadia and not for its resources? Oh, you did. How sad. The body I want isn't just some simple yet stylistically sutured together amalgamation of corpses to bolt my head atop.
Not this time, at any rate.
No, to find me the perfect body, you'll be assailing an inappreciably populated automated automech factory over on Praetor. Not just any automechanical, something much, much more exciting. That facility was designed to build complex automechs, a natural choice when the Protectorate began experimenting with a proxy body for the original Sovereign. It was the last in a long line of his ill-fated life extension experiments. Work halted when he died, and the torso prosthesis they developed has been locked in the lab ever since. Make it mine.
Bolster defenses to protect key assets. Some of the order-derived direction can be downright oblique, but this is clear. Auntie is our most key asset.
Admit I'm finally beginning to come around to that computronic little plan. Perhaps there is something to having the archive advise on market strategy and positioning.
Yes, I've begun to draw the same conclusion. Appears it can be a useful tool in the right hands. In any case, next steps. There's a sub-facility beneath the automech factory. Its entrance, being hidden, is easy to miss. But we can show you how to find it.
Well then, fetch me my new body and we can finally begin bringing this system to heel.
I kind of want to know what happened.
Good luck, my ameliorator.
Shoot!
Remember,
Auntie
you
has
can't
work to
spell
do.
heinous
Don't let us
acidic
keep you.
without
Move along.
Auntie's Choice.
Now.
I was on the edge of my luxury cysteine expectation lounger, not to mention the concession.
Prosecuting! Ready to dispense!
Yeah, it was worth a shot. I just wanted to see if I could kill her. Like I did with the Sovereign. Okay. Left off on Anti-Cleo being a floating head. Oh, that's her recording body.
Above the occasional frivolity, but no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you base rank and file. The big rift cut off
Who's sleeping in
from
here?
home, but our Arcadia-grown league is a worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program than the Protector, its watered-down rip-off. Pitchball, they call it. My, how imaginative. And don't get me started on their arbitrary rule changes.
Wait, do I even need to do that? Can I just... I feel like Inez is gonna have
I'm damn glad we could get Auntie's choice and the Order to make peace with one another. I was worried for a minute that Basar was gonna pass up a good deal. Reckon this news will give the Arcadians hope. Lon knows they need it. Anyhow, was there something you needed, Commander? Well, suppose that's all my suspicions of the Earth Directorate confirmed, for all to see. Just didn't think we'd find actual evidence of them cutting a deal with the Protectorate. I feel a little bad for Ibarra, though. He's taking it about as well as I expected. Whatever he hoped to find in the Matriarch's tomb, surely it weren't that. It stings less now that they didn't help Tausetti. Guess there's a big difference between thinking they didn't care and realizing that they're just as corrupt as anyone else. Fine by me.
Council needs to die. Anyway. Yeah, where are those? Where's that other oh my god, excogitation chapel. Excogitation chapel. Excogitation chapel. Where's that other chapel, though? Like... Gotta be around here somewhere. There's one there. One there. One there. It's gotta be right here. How the fuck do I get over there? Maybe the... Ooh, I think I got an idea. Where is it? It just keeps me floating indefinitely? That's pretty lame. Yeah, that's not what I thought it'd be. I was hoping for better. There's definitely something up there. But how do I get up there? Oh, look at the map. Gotta be. Gotta be a way. I can't see any way to get out there. It's got to be there. There's got to be a way, be it underground or like some elevator or some side quest or something. It's driving me insane. Anyway, let's take Spyreton. I'll take out my aggression on some protectorate people.
I would need a target for that.
Oh, I'm not going to coordinate with allies.
None shall stand against us! I would not refuse assistance, which is most
Stop walking in front of my gun.
feasibly some unrecognized particular. Approaching target. I shall reduce them to a slurry. You have my thanks and my hammer. I shall not stay your execution.
Contact established.
How are you shooting?
Munition required, then vision moving into blade.
Re-engaging.
You guys got it. I believe in you.
Clear. Let's stake our claim.
No chance they'll take this place from us again. No how, no way.
And there was like 4 of you. Calm down.
I understand this spot has strategic significance for the defense of the archive, but it is horrifyingly banal. I mean, I've been stationed in some backwater burgs in the past. Seriously? Do these Order eggheads do anything for fun around here? It's all math charts and chalkboards, and how many abakai does one outpost need? Hope they never retake this place, because I'm throwing all of it away.
You didn't even require us. Our arrival was scheduled for the optimum moment. Apparently, we're meant to hold Spireton, not assist in taking it.
little roar. And what are you? I mean, I want to try that. I don't think I'm getting Rookie's Reward. I really should stop trying. We have to do that in another playthrough or something. I do like having high lockpicking. That's a pretty big explosion. Jesus. I don't know, this feels significant.
Protectorate got this locked up tight, but we can unseal it somewhere by the archive's entrance, if I recall.
As predicted, Spireton is ours. Above average work. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have numerous calculations to think about.
I mean, I guess I'm gonna go get a mech body for Auntie. That seems to be what we're doing. You know what? I could just buy all these. Let me just. Probably should use this gun inside. Pretty sure that's it.
As I expected, spies from Anti-Cleo! Seize them!
To battle!
Is uranium just uranium?
We took what nature heedlessly assembled and thusly rebettered it through artificial means. At Auntie's choice, we strive to be 110%.
Oh shit, I was wrong. God
Consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals with Auntie's choice.
Soon I'll be able to leave this office in my stylish new automechanical body. After I catch up on a few tasks, that is.
Starting with Dr.
You're back! Finally! Finally! Do you have it? Did you bring it here? Splendid. Oh, splendid! We'll ensure your reward matches the ample amount of faith I've placed in you. Nay, exceeds it. No additional hidden clauses. Honest. Oh, let me see it. Yes, indeed. Oh, let me look at you, gorgeous. If you'll all just excuse me a moment as I slip into something more formidable.
There you are. Congratulations. Now your body's almost as intimidating as your mind. You've narrowed the gap quite a bit.
Oh, Auntie, you look amazing. Absolutely everyone will want a new mech body after watching you strut the walk.
What about you? What do you think? Any first impressions you'd like to share?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Exactly exactly the effect I was hoping for. What's more, it's an undeniable confirmation that the Archive-derived strategic plan can be reliably executed and produces incredible results. With their predictive abilities refining our planning and execution, our market dominance is a foregone conclusion. Yes, so much to do, and we have you to thank for making it happen. I am quite looking forward to you working for me further. As they say, time is capital, time is bits. Your burning lucre just standing there. Go!
Okay, so what now? Complication. I've got to do that now. Really having a choice. I think I've done everything I can possibly do. That one quest is to go into the archive. I don't know how to get into that audio log area. There's got to be an elevator. Hopefully that... I'm gonna be pissed if I can get to it. It's one thing if I miss, like, some exploration stuff. Like a gun or a piece of armor. But I don't want to miss any quests. Is that what's on my chest? I don't like that. Yeah, why not?
Dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
Is a fellow subject...
The Archive's entryway bristles with Protectorate weaponry. In a direct assault, I'm not sure I would even fancy my chances. A good plan. But cloak and dagger techniques may only get us so far in a battle of this scale. We'd be better off with direct support.
We could, considering Spyreton's ours. Just ought to find a way to control the lift from here if we wish to call him down.
Neither the Archive nor its many defenders are going...
You are the raw material for perfection. From the low...